So what we're doing is, as we're waiting for Anthony Joshua and Pulev to come out, they're actually setting up all the titles. We're here watching the final fight week press conference for Anthony Joshua defending his WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and I think they're back, and highly seductive and lucrative Jade IBO title. So 4 belts, okay, 3, but 4 belts are on the line. The other one, Tyson Fury has confirmed. Let's see if we can pull that up real quick on his Twitter. He has confirmed. By the way, I'm suspended from fucking Twitter for like another 5 days. Some simp had fucking ratted me out. But then again, you know, I've learned you just can't just go, you know, by the way, I'm researching some crazy ass shit. Oh, Tyson Fury. You can't just go threatening people on social media and shit, you know. I'm learning. You know, but motherfuckers be simps, you know. But anyway. So yeah, he's confirmed. So while we're waiting for him, okay, this is him confirming. Hopefully we have enough time to let it play through.
King. Just a quick one, guys. I will not be attending any boxing this weekend. So for all the rumours going around that I'm going to be attending some boxing, I will not be. Don't expect fireworks. Don't expect any action from the Gypsy King, because I'll be grafting. I'll be working as usual. Always staying fit and ready. Good night.
So the rumor is confirmed by Adam Smith and Johnny Nelson is that Tyson Fury's in camp for Wilder. It seems as though like they knew. This was yesterday at the media workout they were talking about this. By the way, I'm interested, you know, I'm interested in this fight. However, I do expect for Anthony Joshua to knock out poor old 39-year-old Brett Pulev. He's been in good spirits the whole week. I've been covering and watching the whole fight week events. Like, I'm really, really covering this shit. Even better than I did Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. Ain't that crazy? I just wasn't feeling it last week. I'm sorry. Just wasn't feeling it. But we back now. Hell, with the way things are going, you might catch me motherfucking covering motherfucking Ashley Theophane versus Sam Eckington. Well, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So the winner of this has to fight Tyson Fury, or it has to be Alexander Usyk. I believe that the WBO won't strip him. I believe that they won't strip, you know, the winner of this fight. Let's say if it's Anthony Joshua, you know, for the sake of undisputed. But I don't think they were stripping. I think they would tell Usyk, like, hold up, wait, you'll definitely get your shot next. Because he is, you know, with the pecking order of things, he is next. The WBA don't count them. And don't get me started on the bullshit that I know Don King's trying to do. Don King, I'm watching you. He think he got a golden ticket, which he kind of does, with Trevor Bryan and then Manuel Char, for God's sakes. Don't get me started on that bullshit. And I already talked about the Bridgerweight, the WBC scam, trying to use that little kid name so PR can be good. Because, you know, they got me with it because I'm like, the Bridgerweight shit is fucking whack. But I'm like, all right, but the kid, all right, you know. WBC, you ain't slick. You ain't slick. Anthony Joshua, 23-1 with 21 KOs. Yo, the experiment that Eddie Hearn did with him, why, you know, put it this way, great promoting by Eddie Hearn to bring him along the way he did. That was great. From the Dylan White, you know, Pulev is up on the stage. So yeah, I'm covering 4 fights on the card. Let me get through the logistics first. You're going to have the pay-per-view is going to open up with Hughie Fury for Sky Sports. By the way, what is it? They went up on you guys right now. It's like 30 quid. Damn, I didn't get through the logistics. We'll talk after the press conference.
Cool 2020, but it doesn't get any.
Please subscribe, like the video, take your time out. All you got to do is click the button. I'm not doing this for my health. You know, I do feel like a fucking panderer and, you know, begging and shit, you know, but hey, do the guy a favor, all right?
I want to just thank a few people before we move forward. Of course, we know how difficult it's been to stage major events this year. We are delighted that we will be the first boxing event to have 1,000 fans in the arena on Saturday night. The biggest thanks, of course, to Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev. They stayed patient, they stayed ready. They're here because they want to fight. They didn't want to wait around. We know we're in a pandemic. They wanted to put everything on the line. Kubrat wanted his attempt to become a world champion. Anthony wanted to defend his throne. And thank you to the fighters for making sure we could be here this weekend. I want to thank John Wirt and Ivalo for all their hard work and the arguments along the way as well, and the emails, late nights, backwards and forwards, some things that you don't see. I also want to thank Bob Arum, and we'll hear from him shortly, and his team at Top Rank for all their hard work. And I particularly want to thank the two teams at Matchroom and 258. You know, this has been a really, really difficult exercise for us over the last few weeks in here at the Matchroom residency at Wembley, and also, of course, at Fight Camp at the summer. The team have done a great job and worked tirelessly to make sure we keep the momentum of boxing moving. And there's no bigger momentum than being able to stage the World Heavyweight Championship. 258, Freddie, Andy, Benga, KD, everybody in the team. It's such a great partnership. We're all working together for the same cause, and I want to thank everybody for their help. Before I go to the gentleman up here on the stage, I want to just pass over to Las Vegas. I was disappointed when Mr. Arum couldn't be here. We know just celebrated his 89th birthday, not fit for travel right now in this environment, but we just wanted to catch up with him, and he has a few words for us.
Okay.
Hubert Pulev is a really rugged fighter.
I like this.
We were privileged to promote a number of his fights in the United States. And because of his mandatory position in the IBF, he was able to secure this fight with Anthony Joshua. Now, Pulev went into very, very serious training in Bulgaria. He is in the best condition of his career. And frankly, I look for him not only to beat Anthony Joshua, but to knock him out.
Ooh.
Pulev is a big, rugged Bulgarian. And I really feel that Joshua is vulnerable and that Pulev will not only beat him, but knock him out. Now, I will greet that victory with the joy that it brings to me, because I've become attached to Pulev. He's a terrific guy, and it's been a pleasure working with him. On the other hand, it will disappoint one of my other guys, the WBC champion, Tyson Fury, because Fury is looking forward to fighting Joshua. I talked to Tyson the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, and we were already making plans for Tyson Fury to fight other fighters, because Fury agrees with me that there's a great, great chance that Pulev is going to upset the apple cart and beat Joshua. But that's why they do the fights. They do the fights to see what happens in the ring. I think without a question, whichever way the fight goes, it's going to be a very entertaining fight, and certainly well worth the money that fight fans in the UK will be paying to watch it on pay-per-view.
Thank you, Bob. I enjoyed speaking to him the other night. Really believes his man, Kubrat Pulev, will do the business on Saturday night. Pastor John Wirt, John, to say a few words. Thank you, and look forward to a great event on Saturday.
Well, thank you, Eddie, and thanks for having us. And first and foremost, thanks to AJ and Kubrat for doing this, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So kudos to both of you guys for stepping up and making this happen. I also want to thank, obviously, Eddie and your father, Barry, and the rest of the team at Matchroom. They've been first class all around. And this has been really wonderful circumstances under very trying conditions. I also want to thank the networks Sky Sports and DAZN, who will be televising this around the world. Obviously, I want to thank Bob Arum, our co-promoter at Top Rank, and all of his staff. I want to thank my partner, Ivalo Gatsev, and everybody at Epic Sports, who's also worked very diligently to make this happen. And finally, I want to thank my family, my wife, and my two boys, Alexander and Bobby, who have put up with this crazy career of mine in boxing. As some of you may know, I was Don King's attorney for 15 years, and he had a saying that I think is particularly fitting here. It's a hard road to glory. This has taken 4 years since Kubrat first fought Derek Chisora back in 2016 to finally get here. There have been 4 separate exceptions by the IBF for Joshua to take other fights in lieu of fighting Kubrat. There have been 3 failed purse bids in the sense of we had to do a second elimination fight, and we had to do a fight. So Dominic Brazili, we won a purse bid for that fight. He turned down the fight against Kubrat. We did a purse bid with Dylan White. We won that purse bid. He turned down the fight with Kubrat Pulev. And then we did a purse bid with Jarrell Miller, and he turned down the fight. Ultimately, Kubrat ended up fighting Hughie Fury, who, to his credit, and to Peter Fury's credit, they took this fight even though Hughie had suffered a significant cut prior to the fight. So it's been really hard getting here, but we're finally here, 2 days away. It's really exciting. We're really glad to be here. For Kubrat, this fight is about father and country. You know, Kubrat descends from an ancient people, the Thracians, prior to Bulgaria. And those people, they prided themselves on the prowess of their warriors. And that's what Kubrat is. He's a real warrior. He's here to do what his father dreamt for him. His father wanted 2 boys, he wanted sons that would become boxers and who would eventually become world champions. And that's what Kubrat is here to do. Kubrat's in incredible shape. He's thin, he's lean, he's a lean, mean fighting machine, and he's a man with a mission. And I believe on Saturday night, the referee is going to be raising his hand, and I believe there will be a knockout. And like Mr. Arum, I also believe that Kubrat will knock him out. So thank everybody, and thank you, Eddie, again for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. We're going to hear from the trainers now. First,
he just roasted them.
Welcome. We know you've worked hard in camp with Kubrat Pulev. Looks in great shape. A lot of people talking about he looks light, he looks fresh, he looks ready, he's got a smile on his face, ready for a big night on Saturday.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course he's ready. This is what he's trained for his whole life.
In wrestling, that's called a pipe bomb.
It's a big opportunity, and you know, even more important, you know, it's a trying time here in the world right now, and he has a chance to take people's mind off easy a little bit with hopefully coming with this victory to entertain the public and the world, so they can see through his journey of what he's done, you know, in this road to becoming heavyweight champion of the world. So it's good for him to have his opportunity to help the world in this step towards normality, I guess, you know, with this fight going on. So we're ready.
Talk about, obviously, the world right now. It's difficult to prepare. I don't think any fighter can hand on heart say they've had the perfect camp. But you're pleased with your charge. You believe he's in the right shape physically and mentally to take the opportunity on Saturday.
Absolutely. I mean, even more so mentally, and I think that's the biggest point. Kubrat is mentally strong, and I think we're going to show a lot of upset the apple cart. Obviously, he's ready, and he's going to do what he needs to do to win.
And finally, your charge, Anthony Joshua. I'm sure you've studied him. I'm sure you've worked on him with Kubrat Pulev. Dangerous fighter. You know, he's in great shape as well. It's a big challenge. 2 great heavyweights.
Of course, he's. I mean, you know, he's respectable, and you need somebody like Joshua to be there in order to hopefully make, you know, the victory even that much more sweeter.
Will you go
sit down? If he wasn't prepared, if I thought that he wasn't the one to bring that diversity towards Kubrat, it wouldn't be as good. So I think he's very well prepared, and he's ready. He's in his home country. He has a lot to prove, and I think he's going to come out there guns blazing and try to prove it.
Thank you, Ibn. Rob? Again, obviously, the setup at EIS, it's been difficult for everyone in camp, but you guys have been working hard.
Talk some shit.
AJ looks in great shape, had a good camp and ready for a great fight.
Yeah, he's had a real good camp. He really enjoys boxing. We've been doing more boxing sessions, 2 a day in some cases, for most of the week, so he's enjoyed that. He's sparring great, really good. His athleticism's brilliant. His physical strength is phenomenal, I think, and that's what, you know, people don't realise till they get in the ring with him is how he can move and how strong he is. And I think, you know, he's worked long and hard on the discipline. Doesn't underestimate anybody. Takes everybody dead seriously. But he's not unified champ twice for no reason. He's a fantastic fighter, and you know, he'll only get better. And this is a good fight for him Saturday night, and it's one that we look forward to.
We know we've always discussed the name of Kubrat Pulev. He's always been there. 3 years ago, you were just 10 days away from facing him at the Millennium Stadium. I know you guys rate Pulev very highly, very well schooled, great amateur as well, and it's going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, of course it is. Anthony fights the very best fighters out there. That's why he's achieved what he's achieved. That's why he's got the name he's got. He doesn't duck anybody. He fights everybody. And certainly Kubrat Pulev's one of the best out there. You know, if not in the top 3 heavyweights, he's a really good fighter. But I believe Anthony's a better fighter. That's why he's the champion, and we believe he'll prove that Saturday night.
A lot of people talking about, you know, the old Joshua versus the last performance against Ruiz. It was a lot more, you know, careful. It had to be. It was very disciplined as well. People asking what Joshua we're going to get this time as well. Do you just think, and you see him as a much more rounded fighter now, and someone who has the ability to do a bit of everything?
I just think he's gone through a learning experience. You know, wasn't 100% going into the first Ruiz fight. We took the rematch. You called me within 24 hours the next morning, and you know, in my opinion, he won the rematch comfortably. And
remember they were calling for him to be sacked?
He's a very good fighter in Ruiz, by the way.
That was fucked
very
up.
Strong, underestimated boxer. But you know, Anthony's Olympic champion. He's unified champion. He's going from strength to strength. He's looking forward to fighting on Saturday. He's enjoyed the camp. He's boxed really well, and the discipline that you mentioned has been in him in the spars. He's been disciplined. He's been on point, and you know, Saturday night can't come soon enough.
Thank you. We go to the fighters first. The challenger, mandatory challenger for the IBF title, Kubrat Pulev. Kubrat, welcome. You've seemed very relaxed this week, very happy, smiling around. You're good, you're fit, you're strong, you're ready to fight.
Yes, I'm ready to fight because, yeah, we stay a long time of waiting for this fight.
He's been in good spirits all week.
2017, I have a little problem here in breast, and that's why I tell to my trainer, yeah, we must go for win, and that's why we must don't fight now. Maybe we can fight 1-2 years later, but I believe this fight come one day. That's why we don't fight 2017, and I'm here now, ready to fight good and to win. And I think Saturday night, I take the win.
Obviously, you were due to fight around 3 years ago. Anthony was undefeated at the time, but more inexperienced. Do you think this is a better time or worse time to fight AJ, and you're comfortable with where you are in your career right now?
I understand what you mean, but yeah, 2017, I was 30, I don't know, 38, 37, 36, yeah. I was younger. But also I have this problem, but by one from the sparrings, and I just can't fight because I was not. I can't training, yeah. But now I'm healthy, and yeah, I'm not 22 years old. I don't have time, of course, but I'm ready. I'm here. I'm happy that this fight stay now. Because in this pandemic all the world, it's not easy. But fight stay, and I'm here, and I'm ready for fight. I'm ready for win.
And finally, John said about your history of that warrior mindset. How deep are you prepared to go today on Saturday? We know Anthony's coming prepared. He punches hard. He's fast. You as well punch very hard as well. You're willing to do everything to become world champion on Saturday.
Yes, I think I have everything. I'm ready, yes, of course, respect from Anthony, because, yeah, Olympic champion and world champion, and, yeah, respect, good fighter. But I'm ready, and I have everything to be champion.
Thank you, Kubrat. AJ, welcome. It's been a long year. Seems like, looking at the pictures over there, seems like years ago. Has been a year since you fought. This is a great fight for you. I know you've prepped very hard with Rob McCracken and the team. Excited to box in a new environment on Saturday of all the pressure that you always get, but ready to make a statement.
Yeah. The pressure that I went through last year was tough, but made me stronger mentally, grew a thicker skin. And I've always been tough, always wanted to fight the best. That's never been an issue. What have I got to lose? I've got everything to gain. So I want to be successful in boxing, and the only way to be successful is taking on good challenges. and this is just another one that I'm looking forward to competing with.
We were joking yesterday, I think it was, about fighters fighting YouTube guys, and you just said to me, "Oh, I always fight these top guys." You know, you look at that run from the 15th fight, Dillian Whyte, Charles Martin, Dominic Brazil, Eric Molina, Vladimir Klitschko, Carlos Takam, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, Andy Ruiz, Kubrat Pulev. Do you feel that sometimes you don't get the credit you deserve for the level of opposition that you've been facing? Or is that not why you're here? You don't want that credit, you just know you're continuously ready to improve and fight the best?
I want to promote boxing. I don't want the credit. I don't yearn for it. I want to promote boxing. I'm very motivated. I'm hungry. That's why I put myself forward for any opportunity. I've got a family to feed. I've got friends that I want to do business with. You know, the world's my oyster. But at the end of the day, I can't expect anyone to love me if I don't love myself. So I respect myself, and that's why I put in work every single day.
I know it was difficult for you in the Ruiz rematch to keep those reins tied in. You know, when you pinged Ruiz and you hurt him, you know, you even said to me after the fight, "Oh, was that all right? Was it entertaining?" I said, "No, you'd done the business and you had a strict game plan for that fight." A lot of people asking if the maturity and what you learned throughout that experience will make you more cautious, or we're still going to see that guy who loves to knock people out.
I've been fighting at a top level ever since I went into the gym. I had a 3-year amateur career, and I went from walking into a gym to competing at the European Championships, Strandja, box size, World Championships, Olympic Championships. I've been punched by the strongest people many times, and I'm still here today. So that never changed me. So because I took a little loss to Ruiz, I don't think that's enough to change someone like me. I've got a lot of character. Every fighter trains hard, but it's character that separates us. And I feel like I've got a lot of character, and I'll be keen to stand there. I'm going to go into the fight. I'm definitely going to get hit, and he's going to get hit as well. So I'll be the last man standing.
Obviously, it's been a difficult time for business, for the public, for sport. 1,000 people back in, and 1,000 lucky people as well. You've been down, you've experienced fight camp, you've experienced the Wembley residency as well for Usyk against Chisora. But it'll be good to see people, won't it, back in the arena with a smile on their face, and good to see fans back supporting boxing in the arena.
That'll be good for them, but my focus is just on Pulev. No disrespect to the fans coming in, but I've got a serious job that I need to complete, and then I'll, God willing, I'm confident I'll enjoy the victory after.
And finally, I know you rate Kubrat Pulev, don't you? You rate him as a class fighter. You enjoy fighting quality heavyweights. He's been operating at the top level for a long, long time. You excited for this fight? You ready for this fight? You ready to put in a great performance? I heard you say you don't think this fight will go to the final bell.
I know Kubrat Pulev for many years. I was in the training camp when his brother was sparring Warren Baster. I was in Vladimir Klitschko's camp when he was preparing for Kubrat Pulev. So I understand some of the tactics that needs to go into beating Pulev. And I'm prepared for it to go to the final bell, of course. I feel like I'm a 15-round fighter. I'm not a 12-round fighter. I'm a 15-round fighter. So if it needs to go to 12 rounds, I'll be more than capable to carry my stamina, to carry my boxing IQ, my concentration, and my strength until the final bell.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Kubrat. Thank you to all the teams. Thank you to the public. Thank you for everybody that's continued to support boxing during these times. We end the year with the biggest bang possible. In my opinion, the best heavyweight in the world, defending his unified world heavyweight titles against mandatory challenger Kubrat Pulev, live on Sky Sports box office in the UK and DAZN around the world. Whatever you do not miss this. Gentlemen, if we could have a head-to-head up here, please.
Then they should be able to really, really face off then if they can fucking shake hands and shit, right? Yeah. I mean, Kubrat Pulev, and I've watched everything this week. He's been very relaxed. By the way, we're going to get you the post press conference interviews. They're going to go talk to Sky in a minute. You can watch this fight live on DAZN.
When you do look into an opponent's eyes, do you ever get a sense?
Here, let's get the logistics out of the way. So, On the card, it's going to be on the zone. I'm going to pull up the zone. Let me just do that right now. Show you exactly what time it's going to be playing. This is here in the States. Over in the UK, they are bitching and complaining, you know, because the pay-per-views over, they went up $5 during a pandemic. I get it. You have a right to be pissed. Oh, the press conference is on the zone too. I didn't know that. I wonder if he did some. Oh Lord, it's going to slow all my shit down. No, don't open that. Go to schedule. Go to schedule. All right, so tomorrow, you know, I don't log into the zone unless, like, you know, I'm doing some shit for them. So no, excuse me, Saturday. No, wait, we gotta go to Saturday. The card is going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern, so we're getting all of the fight. It says the main event starts at 5 p.m. Here, let me go up here and show y'all. Joshua's about to talk to Sky Sports. So basically, the pay-per-views over in the UK are what? What is it, $25 now, or is it 35 American dollars, or, you know, 35 UK, 35 quid, or is it 30 quid now? British pound. Anyway, we're waiting for Joshua. I got the Sky Sports stream right here open. We're waiting for him and them to do their interviews. I'm going to be here covering the Martin Bakole versus Sergey Kuzmin. Oh, I think they're ending. We're waiting for him to go to, what are they doing? Hughie Fury versus Mariusz Wach, and Lawrence Okolie versus Nikodem. This guy's name? Jezewski. Okay, he's with Sky Sports. Let's listen in.
The head-to-head there, would you tell us what that was, if you can repeat it without swearing, if there was any swearing in it?
No swearing, just a good fight, interesting fight. That was it, simple.
It's been not the smoothest of build-up because of COVID-19. In what ways has this preparation been different for you?
Hasn't been different because professional sports have been allowed to carry on. I've been training. The only thing that we've done is taking COVID tests every week, make sure that we're all A-OK. Took COVID tests before we come into the environment, so everyone's clean, everyone's prepared. No change for me. I lived the life and we're here now to perform.
You two should have met back in 2017. Did you always think that your paths would cross again?
Anyone's path. Anyone. I've got a long list of all the heavyweights, and I'm knocking them off from 2000 and I reckon about 2013. My uncle
We're going to talk about who's next.
Heavyweights, and he put like next to them what they are. So like, you know, Chisora X, Klitschko X, this one X, and I'm knocking them off. So Pulev is on that list, and he's another opponent. So it's a matter of when. He's still here. He's been around for years, and he's still here now. So he's lucky enough to experience what it's like to fight me.
One day we want to have a look at that list and see how many you crossed off at the end of it. His whole team were predicting knockouts there. Do you think that that is to try and G him up, or do you think he believes he can come here and knock you out?
He believes it, of course. I'm a good boxer though. I know how to hit and not get hit, and I know how to get hit and come back 10 times stronger. So it's not going to be an easy task, but good luck to him. I'm going in there to outbox and put on a good performance.
In the 3 years that have passed, do you believe that you are a better boxer now than you were then? And if so, in what ways are you different?
Definitely, much better, definitely, because I'm dedicated, I'm proper, I'm serious about boxing. I'm looking for improvement. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's only my name that gets mentioned. I've had it on the winning end and I've had it on the losing end, so it's my name, so I'm really dedicated because I want my name to always be on the winning side. So yeah, I've definitely improved a lot.
And just for the whole build-up, we thought there would be no fans. We thought it would be behind closed doors. Has the 1,000 fans changed your mindset or your outlook on the fight at all?
Look,
I know you say the fans can't fight for me, but there will be 1,000 fans cheering for you now.
Yeah, I hope they enjoy a whole night. It's not just me on the card. They've got a massive undercard as well, so there's many like talented fighters. So they're going to enjoy a spectacle night of boxing. It's going to be good for them because it's intimate, so they're going to enjoy a unique experience. But for me personally, tunnel vision. All other fights that have been mentioned, I'm not really interested in. Just Kubrat Pulev right now.
You said up there it's last man standing. Just how confident are you that it's going to be you? Very answer. I already know the answer to the question.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yo.
I'm ready. Thank you very much.
Little bizarre.
Okay. So I think Eddie Hearn's loitering there. It would be good to talk to him, but we might get Kubrat Pulev, who's sort of, I don't want to put you in a situation there, Eddie, where...
Let me mute a little quick. Did you notice, like yesterday, I did the video. I'm going to upload it, even if it's old. They're about to interview Eddie. You know, he didn't do like a media workout. He got his hands wrapped and just bounced. It was bizarre. You know, and then that shit was a little bizarre. Now, hey, I'm not getting into all the conspiracy shit. I know what y'all going to say, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm not getting into that shit. You know, but it is fucking 2020, man. You know. Also, he's still looking slim. I'm hoping that he stays around that 240 range. Remember, well, for the long-time viewers, my biggest issue with him was like, yo, bro, you starting to look more and more like a bodybuilder. That shit going to catch up with him. That loss really, in my opinion, like really, oh, wait, they're about to get...
To the press conference, how do you feel now that you've gone head-to-head with Anthony Joshua?
I feel all the time happy. I love
my job,
fighting. And I love to fight, and I'm happy now because the fight is fucked, and we are here, and I'm ready.
What did you say to him at the face-to-face?
Ask him.
Yeah, I did. He didn't really say either. He just said that you said it was going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
Those quotes from Bob Arum, I mean, Bob's not here, but they must be very reassuring to you that he's saying, Kubrat Pulev, my man, he's going to win by knockout.
I don't go for win with knockout. I just my strategy, my everything is for winner. Maybe knockout, yeah, because this is boxing heavyweight for sure.
We had a lot of comments on our live stream last night regarding your open workout about how lean, how slim you look. Would you go as far as saying this is the best prepared that you could be, the best preparation of your career perhaps?
I think so, but for sure I can't say this after the fight. But I'm really strong now with much power, and I'm ready. And my heart won't fight.
Yeah, the talking is almost done. He said to you, I'm prepared to be the last man standing. Will you say the same now? Are you prepared to be the last man standing?
Yes, of course. I will be.
Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, I mean it.
Yeah, I think they're going to get maybe get Eddie next. I wonder who AJ is talking to now. Oh, he's talking to another Sky Sports? Interesting. I wonder what Sky Sports that is. So, anyway, you know, stylistically, I think that the fight's going to end up looking like Klitschko, you know, Joshua. You know, especially if you know Kubrat Pulev's fighting stance. I think that Anthony Joshua should be able to fire over top of that shit, you know? I'm still kind of shocked that Pulev beat Hughie Fury.
If it ever went off up there,
You took a mick at me for Alan Babbage, and you
to him, oh, stop it, and then he just grabbed my arm.
Wait, let me see. Let me see something.
Much power, and I'm ready.
Standing.
Yes, of course.
Let me see if I have to rewind back some. We're no longer real time.
Eddie, you're lucky that we couldn't see that on camera. I'm just going to bring our camera back around. I'm gutted we didn't get that on camera. You look like you starved that out, but he kind of went almost nose to nose with you there, and you played it cool enough, I think.
Yeah, really cool, yeah, really cool.
I think
basically
Pulev just got up in his grill.
Every time, like I've just been doing that, obviously.
Yeah, it's a serious fist bump.
Yeah, well, it's not even a fist bump.
It's a punch.
Yeah, and I just went to him, oh, stop it, and then he just grabbed my arm, and I was like, you know, yeah. These guys are big, strong guys. This is what I always say, Andy. If it ever went off up there,
his pants.
You took a mick at me for Alan Babbage, and you've just fallen straight into that trap.
If I took a jab, you'd never see me again, right? So, like, I just took a fist pump. I've nearly had to go to hospital. I'm brittle, all right? So, he's been relaxed, Kubrat. I mean, I think he's enjoyed the environment. You know, there's something about these bubbles, isn't there, where I don't know if enjoyable is the right word, but there is a good spirit in here. You know, everyone that's in here around the fighters, you know, tomorrow we have 14 fighters here who all chasing the same goals, to be the best, to achieve in life, to chase their dreams. So everyone's here with the same vision, and Kubrat's here to become world heavyweight champion. AJ's here to defend it, but you know there is a mutual respect, and he's a good guy, and they've got a good team. But you know, I don't know. It gets to this point where you start looking and debating, and you know. And I just said to Adam Smith, I said, he looks good, Pulev, doesn't he? You know, he looks fit. He looks light. And when he's standing there saying, I'm ready. And one thing you know from Kubrat Pulev, he will do everything he can to win on Saturday night. I think you're going to get a brilliant fight, because this isn't a guy that we chose out of the rankings because we thought it'd be an easy night. This is a mandatory challenger who's earned his shot, who's been a world-class heavyweight for a long, long time. Rob McCracken knows, AJ knows, that's why they've trained diligently for this challenge. It's not going to be easy. He's going to have to hit him, and he's going to have to hit him hard enough so that he can't get up. One defeat on Kubrat Pulev's record, Vladimir Klitschko, and that's what he had to do to stop Pulev. Make sure he couldn't beat the count. He will keep getting up, he will keep trying. You've got to button him down to the canvas, and he's got the ability and the power to do it.
What about that message you played from Bob Arum? I mean, you wouldn't have played it if he sort of played it down, but he stoked it there, didn't he? He's predicting that his man is going to come here and win by knockout.
I've heard a lot more aggressive interviews in the last week from Bob Arum than we heard here. I thought that was quite respectful for Bob. You know, he told me the other night, we were talking about the Tyson Fury fight, and he said, no disrespect, but I wouldn't bother talking about that until Sunday because I really believe your man's getting knocked out. You know, they believe Pulev will win this fight. People still see or think they see vulnerabilities in Anthony Joshua from the Ruiz fight. I believe he's ironing them out. I believe he's a world-class heavyweight. I believe he's the best heavyweight on the planet. And I believe on Saturday he'll go some way to proving that. But he's going to have to be. You know, a subpar performance will mean everything's over. The belts go back again. We can't afford that. You know, we can't lose the opportunity to keep this undisputed run going. We nearly lost it in Madison Square Garden. He had to work his proverbials off to come back and win them back. Not making the same mistake twice. He ain't making the same mistake twice. He's ready to do whatever it takes on Saturday night. He's ready to prove he's the best heavyweight in the world.
Brilliant. What time's the weigh-in tomorrow?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Eddie, thank you very much for joining us on the stream. So, let's wrap this up. It will be 1 o'clock in this room tomorrow. The pair will step on the scales as well as everybody.
Yeah, I'm interested in what both fighters are going to be weighing in at. So we got about 3 minutes or so to chew the fat, I guess. He had to fight Pulev or he was going to lose his title. He's the IBF mandatory. Tyson Fury, as we talked about early in the video, was not going to be at the fight, but it all could just be a ruse. He could show up, and I'm really interested. We got to get some news on. I'm going to start doing some digging because we got to start talking about what's next for Wilder because there's rumors that he's coming back. Buddy, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. You're killing me. So basically, he starts acting really, really crazy when I'm streaming. It's almost like my dog. It's almost like I'm like invisible because he's like, "Oh, you're occupied, so I'm gonna just fuck shit up." So, it's rumors that Deontay Wilder is supposed to come back in January against God knows who. But also, Adam Smith had said pretty much yesterday, like that he's supposed to be training for Fury. I mean, you know, Wilder training for Fury again. So if that's the case, the winner of this is definitely going to fight Kubrat Pulev. Or if Joshua loses, there is, of course, a rematch clause. You know, interesting. Dylan White, Povetkin, that's going to be the next mandatory. You know, for Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury can be elevated to franchise. We just did a whole video on the Bridgerweight and their franchise bullshit yesterday. Joe Joyce, he is number 2 by the WBO, but he won't be getting his mandatory shot if he pursues that until at least mid-2022, maybe, give or take, you know. Interesting. So this is what we're going to do. Since there's really not too much to talk about, we're going to be here tomorrow for the weigh-in. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we will be able to stream after the fight. I'm dealing with a copyright issue from BT Sport, and I'm hoping that I don't have to get an attorney involved. So far, it's looking like they're going to release my video, which gave me a copyright on the channel, by the way. They took my Tyson versus Jones post-fight video. And I have a new PC that's almost pretty much being built as we speak. Well, it's being finished as we speak. And I'm going to be doing a lot more interesting things on the channel, on Twitch, and a website called BitChute. So please take your time out to like the video. Subscribe. I am tired, and I still got about 2 more videos to do. And I think I'm going to have me an early lunch and step away from this computer because that was a long presser. It started at 9 a.m. It is now 9 a.m. my time. It is now like almost 11 a.m., like damn near 2 hours. From TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. For those who have been asking about my Twitter, I am suspended on Twitter for another 5 days. Please subscribe, like, follow.